11. This immediately looks like a trig problem because I see a reference angle, I see a right triangle, and I see something that looks like a ladder, a building. It's probably trig, but let's go ahead and read it. In the diagram below, you've got a window, boom, and they're telling you the house is 15 feet above the ground. So from here all the way down to the ground, that's 15 feet. I guess I'll write it out here so we can keep track of it. Okay. Then they say, hey, you got a ladder. All right. This is the ladder. Okay. That ladder is placed against the house, right? Against the house, and it says at an angle of 75. So our angle of elevation is 75 degrees, the angle at the bottom. I'm going to mark this as ladder. They want me to figure out what the length of the ladder is. It's this. The actual ladder is the thing I'm solving for. They don't want to know anything about the ground. The ground is out of the picture. So now that we got all of our stuff kind of labeled, let's fill in the sides. The hypotenuse, the opposite from the reference angle, and the adjacent. So the hypotenuse is always across from that 90-degree angle, right? So the hypotenuse goes here. The reference angle is going to point to the opposite, right? This side here, that red side, is the opposite of the reference angle. And the thing we're not going to use is the adjacent. We don't know anything about it. We don't want to know anything about it. We're not interested in it. We're interested in the opposite, which you already circled, and the hypotenuse. So I'm going to write out my trig functions. So, ka, and tela. And I want the one that uses opposite and hypotenuse. And that's a sine thing. So because I'm finding a side, right, side equals normal trig. All right, that's where we write out the trig function, sine. We apply it to our angle, 75 degrees, right, our reference angle. And we're going to set it equal to the output, the ratio of the opposite to the hypotenuse. So our opposite in this case is the height of the house, it's 15, and our hypotenuse is actually the length of the ladder, which is what we're solving for, x. And now I'm ready to cross multiply and figure out what x really is. And I've got 15 times 1, which is 15. And then I've got x times the sine of 75. I'm solving for x, so I'm going to divide both sides by the thing that's bothering x. That's the sine of 75. It's both of them, right? It's not just 75, it's not just sine, it's the function sine of 75, because that's going to be a decimal. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. And that will be, right, x will equal that, 15 divided by the sine of 75. So we just type it in, 15 divided by the sine of 75, and boom. X is apparently 15.529. I'm going to write 3 digits. I'm going to decide what they want me to round. I'm going to round to the nearest tenth. I'm going to keep that at 5, or I'm going to round up or down. Because the decimal to the right is less than 5, we keep it the same. It's just 15.5, so x equals 15.5. That is the length of the ladder.